We're going to talk about things that you use to get your job done as a reseller, things like your lighting kit, specific lighting kits or cleaning materials or just things you use throughout the day. I know we talked about software and applications and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if we really talked about a lot about tools or not really tools from a fixing things perspective, but from a lighting kits and cleaning stuff you keep around or anything else. And I know you see a lot of people that use high-end lighting kits and all that. And if you're just getting started, don't feel like you have to have that kind of stuff. I know when I first got started, I had little snap-on lights like you get at like the dollar store.
Yeah.
Do y'all have anything?
Desk lights when I first got started.
Yeah.
The ones with like the bendy necks, so I could kind of position it on, whatever time I was shooting.
I've got one sitting right up there.
Still using
they had them on sale at Walmart. I think I got them for about $2 or $3 a piece. They were LED.
Yeah.
But I think that's the hardest thing when you get started because if you go with the larger, everybody uses the larger umbrella style, whatever you call them, studio lights. Those can be pricey.
Yeah. I got mine off a Wish for $40.
That's not bad. And you've had pretty good luck at them, haven't you?
Yeah, they work pretty well. I mean, I'm in a dark, dingy basement, and it kind of brightens it up a good bit. So,
right. I don't remember what I paid. I don't remember what I paid for mine. That was the first big expense, big buy that I made. I don't remember what I paid for them. I think I got them off Amazon. I think they were $80, $90, $100. You got the three. One that had the longer thing you can do from the front. But I went through several phases of using several different, like the gooseneck thing, the little smaller gooseneck desk lamp.
Right.
You use the little snap-on like you just put on almost like the ones that everybody's putting in their storage units now.
Yeah.
For light.
To light them up. Yeah.
Small, but they were LED. Those did really well. I started out with the light box.
Yeah.
That you get that gives you white all around. It's just a fold up light box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I actually mounted a light shade, a window shade on the wall over there behind me. And it does pretty good. I've been through several. I don't know if I've progressed, but I've made a lot of changes with that kind of stuff. I know people talk about using the whiteboard and stuff like that. Do y'all have anything specific you use for a background or anything?
I do the same thing. I'll actually show you now that I resituated. That's my photo area, which is a white movie screen, pull down movie screen.
Oh, that's cool, man.
The chrome bar that's going across is one of those shower curtain spring-loaded bars.
Mm-hmm.
I have the white shade hanging over there, so I have like that infinity corner. I have no seams. But then when I want to hang something, longer clothes or whatever, I can just slide that table out of the way.
Yeah.
The lighting setup is the same Limo Studio from Wish that probably Anthony has. I don't use the umbrellas. I hardly use the lights unless I'm doing like a big receiver and I need to light up the front of it because my main light is the shop light up there with daylight bulbs. And that cost me $13 from Walmart. So really $13 for that light and $1 window shade from the store, and everybody says they love my photos.
Yep. You got accused of using stock photos at one point, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I did. And my camera, I got one of them $1,500. No, it's a used Samsung S6 that I paid $50 for. And that's my photo. That's what the photos you see on my eBay come from that phone, that light, and that lampshade.
That's cool. I've never used anything but my phone to take pictures. I know some people use a point and shoot or something like that. Anthony, I've always seen you taking pictures with your phone. Have you always used your phone?
Yeah.
No. Anthony, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, I started out with a nice Nikon DSLR, but it's not Wi-Fi enabled. So it was take all the pictures, pop out the card, boom, boom, boom. With my phone, I just Dropbox it to my computer because I do all my listing on my computer. So I take them, they're on my computer, and I don't want to deal with the camera.
Right. I'm just always using my phone, but I have gone from excuse me, originally when I first started, I would take my pictures inside the eBay app. And I found that I get better results taking them just with the raw, iPhone camera, and then attaching the images to the listing. If I have to adjust white balance, things like that, it's a lot better at, using the iPhone camera and all that. But I know some people use third-party apps to do that Pro Cam or whatever.
I use the actual app that's just on the phone.
Yeah. Just the camera?
Just the raw camera app that came pre-installed.
Same thing. I use the my new camera, and because my stuff is so small, so all I use is the backdrop. Because all my toys and everything, if they fit right on here, I shoot them from the top, and then you got nothing.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Again, if you're selling smalls, no reason to get anything large. And I know you kind of challenged with storage space and all that, so smalls definitely work out.
And when I had an older Samsung, I think it was a S4 or something, and when I very first started out, and the camera, the built-in camera app was kind of crappy. But I found a real good camera app that was free, and it's just called Open Camera, and it allows you to fine tune all your settings, your saturation and everything else, and pictures came out pretty good.
Yeah, that's something I've always been challenged with is lighting for pictures. And I don't think it's a lack of lighting; it's just getting the white balance right and all that. That can be a challenge if you're lighting.
I honestly believe is the temperature of your bulb. And like I say, I buy the tubes. I use the daylight bulbs.
Right.
Yeah. And you got to do your best to keep all the same style of bulbs in the area that you're taking pictures.
Right. If I have that on, and off to the side I have an older fluorescent light just for my inventory area. That's a soft white.
Bad.
It will actually yellowish out one half of the picture that light's on the side of. So you click that off, and you don't want to have mixed lighting. That doesn't work out because your camera can't detect it.
Yeah. I've seen people that have really good luck just using daylight coming in the window with pictures.
Yeah.
I've
seen that too. I've also seen people like, for example, KP Trainham. I've seen him go outside to shoot videos during daylight. They're not videos, pictures for his eBay.
It's going to be your best lighting. Sunlight's going to be your best lighting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But typically if I'm taking pictures, I'm taking them in the middle of the night sometimes. And,
right.
It's different. Everybody works different hours sometimes. But any other tools? It could be some, everybody, you do any kind of retail arbitrage, Scotty Peeler. I don't really like this one for peeling stickers off, but the little plastic ones do real well.
Right here. This is one of my favorite tools for removing stickers, price tags.
Heat gun.
It's called an embossing tool. It's basically a mini heat gun, and you just hit that sticker for 3-4 seconds, and it'll peel right off with no sticky residue. Rarely, once in a while, you'll have a little sticky, but it beats sitting there and using the Scotty peeler, and especially if it's like on cardboard or something like that, and you scratch the cardboard. This eliminates all of that.
And the longer
they have them at great for $12, or we found this one in our thrift store for $2, and we bought another one online, brand new in the box from Marketplace for $10.
That's not bad. And the longer those stickers are on there, the harder they are to get off sometimes.
Yep. But that saves a ton of time. Just sit there and I'll heat them up and hand them to the boy, and he hooks it off. Pulls it right off. We can tear through a day's worth of thrifting, thrift store price tags, Goodwill price tags, those big square ones. We can do 30 items and like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Kelly's
good morning.
got a Dymo, and she loves it. Yeah, I love my Dymo too. Like, that's been one of my favorite things that I've purchased. I've had a couple headaches with it, but now that I know like my way around it, and I've been using it long enough, I absolutely love it. It's literally, I just press a button, spits me out a label, and I'm good to go.
I'm embarrassed how much dust is on mine. I have to show this off. I'm proud of it. It's just a little brother. It's just like a Dymo, a little cheaper model.
Yeah.
I got it at the thrift store for $1.99.
There you go.
Now, I'm amazed. You know, everybody goes through phases, and I hate to say progression because one's not better than the other. But I went through the phase of buying the 2-up labels, printing on a laser printer. I've done it via inkjet. Inkjet will kill you if you're printing out enough labels, money wise.
Yeah.
Because they're getting so expensive to replace the ink.
Yeah. Now, who is that? Canon or HP or something has that ink program?
Yeah, you pay. I don't know if you pay monthly. You pay one time or whatever.
I mean, they've both might, for all I know, but I know for a fact HP does.
Yeah, I was checking into that. We don't do a whole lot of inkjet printing because I got color thermals and stuff, but we want to get into the fabric. And
right. I
was thinking about if you're going to print enough, it would definitely be worth getting involved in their program from what I've researched.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I had an inkjet. I had one of those all-in-one printer, scanner, fax I started with, and I replaced the ink one time, and then my black ran out, which we don't print color,
right?
Very rarely,
right?
And we ran out of black. Well, maybe one of the other ones ran out, and if it's one of the ones that has the multiple cartridges in it.
Mm-hmm.
If any one of the cartridges goes dry, you can't print.
Right.
If you're just trying to print black and your yellow goes out,
yeah,
you still can't print black for some reason.
Yeah,
but,
you got to print fairly often. You should print if you're using inkjet, a color inkjet, your color pictures you're going to want to print color. You should at least run a page or two of color a week, because otherwise they'll clog and they'll get dry. And
I've had pretty good luck. I've got a Brother laser and that Brother thermal. The Brother laser, I paid $60 for the printer, and the toner is I get 2 toners for $14 off Amazon, which isn't bad. And I'm still on the first toner, and I've been 6 months or better.
Right.
In the long run, laser, if you can get a decent price on a laser like that, I think they're $80-$90 new. But
I find them all the time at the thrift stores. No, nobody wants them, and I picked up this Samsung for $5. It's a color laser.
Right.
They're heavy. They're boat anchors, but the print quality, like for pictures and graphics is superb. And toner, I save a whole bunch of money on toner because the hospital over here donates all their toner to the thrift store here. Right. Once it gets close to expiration, not even expired, and toner lasts quite a long time as long as it's kept in the right temperature and you don't expose it to light and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I buy all them toner cartridges, even though they don't match my printer. And then I rob the toner out of those cartridges and refill my cartridges.
Wow, that's cool.
So it costs me anything. I got a stack in the back corner of just all kinds of color toner.
And color toner for laser color printers can get expensive.
Yes, it can.
Sure.
I get
no more than $250 a cartridge.
Yeah, I bought some of those lots I was looking at, for our site the other day.
Mm-hmm.
One of the lots I got had one computer, had a enterprise level color laser printer, and one other. It had like 2 or 3 items. And I was like, I really don't want the printer because I know it probably doesn't work. But I ended up with one of those. It's one of those HP, white looking ones that's pretty heavy, like you're talking about. And I got home when I got unloaded everything. I plugged it in, and it turned on and printed, but it had some streaks in them. Like I'd have to replace the toner. The toners were $160, $170 a piece.
Wow.
And it's one of those that has the black. It's got the CNYK, the black, the yellow, the magenta.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it has the whole
And HP, the stuff that's OEM, the HP stuff is terribly expensive for some of those things.
I don't know if you guys know YouTuber named Mark from Going Twice. He's a local Pittsburgh guy. I met up with him at the bins, and he showed me some stuff that he'll do. He'll actually go through to like the heavy printers and stuff like that, and he'll actually go through and pull out, whether it's toner or different small pieces and stuff like that. And pretty much what Tommy just said kind of got my mind going in that direction.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, he'll go through and he'll literally pull out all of that stuff directly from the bins, for like, next to nothing, pennies on the dollar, and he'll either use it or resell it.
That brings up a great point. Even just not with printers, but anything that you wouldn't want to take the chance on it not working, being able to pull a part off at the bins and pay pennies,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't have a bins just anywhere close, but I could see that. I mean, it would probably take a lot of time. I wonder if people that go to the bins like that, if they carry, pocket screwdriver or something like that in case they have to pull something out like that.
I'm sure some people do.
I was going to say they probably put it in the bag, and I would.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to evolve in the way you do things.
Absolutely, all the time.
I don't think you can be stagnant in the way you do it. Now, unless if you're just sitting at 150% efficiency, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. But there's always ways to improve what you're doing. And,
Right.
And that's it. I'm constantly changing. Like I say, I reevaluate about every 3 months, and I'm constantly changing because, like now, I feel okay. This way is gonna work a lot better than the last way, and the last way worked a lot better than the way before. But as you begin to master that way, then you start seeing more efficiencies that you can put in.
Right. Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Well, okay. There's my cleaning and drafting station, and then there's my photo station. And my basement's not real huge, but it's a good 20 feet apart.
Right.
So if I walk that twice for every item, and I'm doing 200 items, that's a lot of footsteps, unnecessary footsteps, because my drafting table and cleaning table is going to be right there. So it's literally going to be clean it, measure whatever I got to do, turn, photo, and then onto the show.
Yeah, I think it's important to be efficient at what you're doing, and that could be as simple as moving 2 stations a few feet closer together. That'll save you time.
Right.
Exactly, because like I say, to go from there to there, I mean, literally seconds. But if you figure out them seconds over a year's time, how many of them seconds you're doing it repetitively and you can save, I'm probably going to gain an extra maybe 2 weeks a year.
Right.
Yeah.
You can take those on vacation now.
Right.
Other stuff, I think I'm going to get a lot of those zipper IKEA bags, and I'm going to just set those on my shelves, and I'll have like a little Dymo sticker on it, basically, like bag 1, bag 2, bag 3, and so on and so forth. And I'll just go through and I'll, each item I put into a bag, I'll go and update, like B1, B2, B3 in the listing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that type of thing.
I've always used the bins to store my stuff in. I mean, outside of big electronics, they're just stacked up. But with the bins, if I use that custom SKU with the the bin that it's in, at least I'm working within a confined space of looking for it. And I pull that bin, I stick it on the floor, and I pick it out.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm still going to use the bins. The thing I really like about the bags is it'll be easier to fit like on the shelves. Like a lot of the bins I have don't fit really good inside of the shelf.
Okay.
So I think the bags will fit a lot better on the shelves.
Right.
Because I'm literally running out of space. Like I was just telling Ash, like I need to find space to put up another shelf, and she's like, "Yeah, you don't have any more space."
I started out with these gray ones, and I moved towards the clear one, so at least I could see through before I really started keeping up with where things were.
I started out with whatever I could get for free, and then from there I just went to whatever I could get from the Goodwill or the bins, like because whenever the bins gets overpopulated with those, they'll sell them for like 99 cents, $1.99, something like that, and I'll just pick up several there. Normally when I go to the bins too, like I'll try to, instead of like getting like the garbage bags or Goodwill bags to take stuff out, I'll either pick up a bin and just carry everything out in that, or I'll try to find bags that are similar to IKEA bags, like larger bags like that, like little tote bags, I'll put everything in that,
Right.
just to kind of maximize storage potential down in the basement.
Right.
I've had pretty good luck with the and I'm not going to say this on camera, but those little bins that you use at the when you take your packages somewhere. I have pretty good luck with because they're a good size.
Now I just came across, I don't know why I didn't think of them because they're cheap, but we just bought some stuff that came in them, and the banker boxes are a nice size for like the size shelf you have behind you, Craig.
Yeah,
I found this fits in there really nice. I could go too high on each shelf, if I adjust my shelf, and it's like
right. I don't know if y'all watched Queen City Picker Tom. I know he put once before. That's all he uses is banker boxes.
Right.
And he's got
behind him if you look. Yeah,
he's got a whole wall of shelves, and he can fit. I don't know how many, but it's a good number. They're good size.
Yeah, and they're a sturdy box,
Yeah. Oh, they're made
to fill with paper and hold some weight.
I use bubble mailers more than I use anything. I use the little small. What is it? Not 6x4x4. What size?
No, the 4x6, the 4x8.
I use this 6x4x4. It's a great little size box for smalls.
Yeah, I use the
I use the 644 and the 864 majority of the stuff that I ship.
Yeah, I use a lot of the 864s.
I use tons of bubble mailers and stuff like that. Like the majority of the stuff I send out, it's all stuff that basically can be put into bubble mailers. So like I go through, I don't know, 10 of those a day, maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
Something less.
I find myself, even with clothing, I'll stick it in a padded flat rate. I mean, not padded flat rate. I mean a padded mailer.
Yeah.
Just because I have so many of them, and it's right here close. I know others are cheaper, but and that brings up a good point. If you're going to order any USPS supplies, do it now.
Yeah, get that.
Get ready for Q4.
Yeah, I did that. I did that Friday, Tommy. After you and I talked, I'm like, all right, let me get on.
Yeah, get that in because once Q4 starts, they take forever to get here if you get them.
Because everybody's ordering them.